I've always had a passion for being around and learning about animals. When I was younger, going to zoos and animal parks was always a part of my life. I wanted to share my passion with family and friends, so I started working with people that loved animals as much as I did, and my YouTube channel was born.
Welcome back to my animal education series. Today I'm here with Robin at Powder Valley Nature Center. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
So, who do we have here?
We have Peanut, the red-eared slider.
So, it's pretty obvious that he has a major deformity, so what's the story behind that?
Well, Peanut has been with the Conservation Department, the Missouri Department of Conservation, since 1993. Somebody found him along the river. He had a plastic soda ring wrapped around his body, and it had pinched his shell, and his shell just grew around that. They brought him to the St. Louis Zoo, and then the St. Louis Zoo donated him to the Missouri Department of Conservation, and we've had him ever since. So he's a 33-year-old turtle.
So, what did this soda bottle ring, affected him? Are there any, internal injuries or things like that that would have been caused by the ring?
Well, the main thing is one of his lungs hasn't developed all the way because of the pinch there. So in the wild, he might not have been real successful, but here in captivity, he does fine. That would probably give him trouble with breathing underwater, maybe.
Like hibernation, things like that, where he has to hold his breath for longer periods of time. That could definitely affect that and shorten his hibernation period.
You could, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what is he used for here?
Well, we use him for educational purposes here. He's a great we call him the spokes turtle, to tell people what the effects of littering are on nature. People just always hear, don't litter, don't litter. Well, why? And there's a good example right there.
One living, breathing example, which honestly is not that harmed by it, but definitely just looks wrong.
Right, and if he would have lived like that without somebody finding him, he probably would have finally died. He would have been pinched off so much, he probably would have finally died.
Hopefully if the plastic ring would have broken, but if not, that would have been the worst case scenario.
Yeah, and I think the plastic rings are one of the worst things because you probably know that they stretch. They don't just, break, they stretch. So stretching could help a little bit, but then it could also be something that would maybe never go. He might have gotten part of this ring caught on something too and been disabled then and captured by an animal too. So that's another thing.
And this is a very old turtle, as I can see, but he's kind of dull. So how old is he?
Yeah, Peanut's 33 years old.
And he probably would never would have lasted nearly that long in the wild.
Probably not. From what I've heard experts say, that's very old for a red-eared slider. But he's still in excellent health, though.
He's trying to get at our fingers as we're getting him out of the tank, so he's very alive and well and just kind of thumping about here.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
So what are some of the common difficulties that you face when taking care of Peanut rather than other turtles?
Well, one of the main things is that since his shell is pinched here, the naturalists here at Powder Valley have to actually take some tools and remove his scales. They're called scutes that get trapped in here. Normally a turtle would be like any other reptile and shed his scales over time, but the ones inside
they
here.
Get caught in there.
Yeah, they get caught, so they have to kind of pick away at it. So, another thing is we have to watch his diet too to make sure, but that's like any captive animal. They're not getting a lot of exercise like a wild animal would, so we have to make sure he doesn't become overweight.
And you're saying that you're saying before, like we started filming, that you provide him like a swimming space during the summer.
Right.
And it's kind of like the winter months when it's colder and have to keep him inside, so he doesn't get as much right now, right?
Right. The tanks aren't the biggest, but in the summer we have a really large pool that he can, once a week, each of our turtles get to go out there and take a turn and be in the pool all day long.
So, what can people, like the viewers, do to really help prevent this from happening again?
Well, the main thing is just don't litter in the first place. Make sure all your trash goes into a trash bag. If you're out on a hike or out on the river, make sure you take some kind of a bag with you to put all your trash in to remove your trash. That's the best thing for turtles, birds, mammals. Just about any animal can be harmed by trash.
And for this example, I brought some of these bottle holders. I don't know what you call them. And this is something I've been doing for a long time. I'll just take scissors and simply cut them. It's that easy.
That's
and
awesome.
Then that's all you need to do to help save a turtle from looking like this. It's not that hard. And she was saying that they stretch, like, here comes a weak, cold shirt, but they stretch a lot bigger. And then I'm not gonna complete that because I'm lazy. But like, that's definitely a cause that with a turtle is not good. So just
Right.
a simple cutting, and you're done. That's all you need to do.
Yeah, yeah. And you might even think about, if we've put that in our trash bag that goes away with the trash truck, animals still hang around trash dumps, don't they? So they could get in the trash if you didn't clip it like that, and it could still be a danger to the animals, so.
Like a raccoon or a possum trying
Right.
to, let's say
Get
a
its
mouse
head
was to
stuck.
run through this, but something bigger would get caught in this.
Right,
And
that's
that's
right.
not good.
That's right, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for telling us about Peanut here, like kind of turtle celebrity, if I will.
You're welcome. Yeah, I was glad to have you today, Cole.
Thank you. And if you guys enjoyed this week's episode, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up down below, subscribe to my channel, and also check out my Instagram, @Kolshirk. As always, I'll see you next week.